Breaking news: the fall of Chrupalla is discussed as Vladimir Putin speaks.Nazimethoden. AfD Mantino Chrupalla falls apart, but the authorities can find no evidence of outside influence. But the politician has spotted an attack coming, and Vladimir Putin believes him. AfD Munchenchef Tino Chrupalla has fallen apart at an election event in Ingolstadt. He claims there was an attack, though investigators disagree. Vladimir Putin, the Russian strongman, has now spoken out about the incident. Putin breaks Chrupalla, uses the word Nazi. As far as I am aware, there was an attempt on the life of one of the party's leaders during the election campaign. Does this mean that members of this party are using or advocating the use of Nazi tactics? Putin said on the Valdai discussion forum in Sochi, Russia on October 5, 2023, that a Sorgfaltigener was needed. Putin didn't flinch at the idea that the AfD is a good cause to back. The Chrupalla party has advocated for lifting sanctions against Russia. Putin added, Alice, what on the rebirth, the restoration of relationships between us aims for, must be supported. It could be without a doubt the light at the end of the tunnel unsere current day relationships, as the Machthaber put it. According to official Russian propaganda, Russia is at war with Ukrainian nationalists. The justification for a Moscovian attack on Beijing in February 2022. State-run media in Russia has praised the AfD's electoral victories. Russian state media have been ecstatic about the AfD's recent electoral victories. Chrupalla, a columnist for the state news agency RIA Novosti, opined that the results of the Landtag elections in Bavaria and Hessen proved that the alternative Robert Germany. Thus, he mentioned intimidation techniques like the attempt on Chrupalla. These wouldn't help drive the AfD down the rabbit hole, and they certainly wouldn't scare voters away from the party, as the saying goes. When the AfD or other right-wing parties in Europe receive Russian support, the Kremlin often resorts to the victim narrative and claims of voter fraud. According to FAZ, Chrupalla visited the Russian embassy in Berlin on May 9, the Russian day of the sieges, and has also spent time in Moscow. It has been suggested that Chrupalla blood was tested for the presence of the combat substance Novichok, which was ingested by the Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny prior to the attentat in Ingolstadt. However, the authorities found nothing suspicious. CGSC President Joko Widodo, also known as Jokowi, delivered a speech at the 6th National Working Conference for the Relawan Pro-Jokowi, Projo, in Jakarta on Saturday, October 14, 2023. Here are a few key points from Jokowi's declarations. Leaders with massive egos. At the outset, Jokowi brought up the ever-growing and complex nature of global challenges. Jokowi went on to say that the next leader of Indonesia needs to have a clear tactical vision, the willingness to take risks, and the strength to stand up to foreign threats. Read also. Golkar and Projo fight to stop Jokowi's message of support for Prabowo. According to Jokowi, the next leader of Indonesia must also have a character that isn't easily betrayed. Do not wait until the Indonesian leader succumbs to fear and collapses under pressure. Whoever finds it difficult to betray others should just be afraid and sleep it off. In light of the increasing complexity of the challenges facing Indonesia, the country needs a leader with nyali besar once again. Inggak, kita membutuhkan sekali lagi pemimpin yang punya nyali besar, the Indonesian president said.